Hi, my name's Costas.
I'm Chris.
Welcome to the 8th episode of the weekly magazine.
8.
8?
Number 8.
Amazing, isn't it?
I'm still croaking.
It's getting better,
No, it's
not. Yeah, you had some, well, good news, bad news.
Yeah, I've got an operation.
Yeah, was that December?
They're just gonna stitch my mouth shut.
So everyone say, ah.
Because I can't.
Can't. Send all your good wishes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you, that person there, you can start praying. Yeah. That's it.
Anyway.
Good luck.
I'm
weird.
Welcome to the show.
I'm tired.
Yeah. We had a good last night at the shop here. We had John Carey lecture.
Yeah, it was. What a great evening.
It was fantastic. If you haven't seen John's lecture yet, catch him at your club. He's absolutely brilliant.
You need to book him.
Yeah, and we're only saying this because he's standing over there. He's on the show in a bit. Oh, John.
Yeah, he's our guest host today.
Guest host. I'm going to be ducking out in a minute and letting John take over.
And he's going to perform a couple of effects.
He is. He's going to be doing the blast from the past this week.
Yeah.
One of his own routines and something new that nobody's seen before. So the competition. It was a bit obvious, really, wasn't it? What the word was. So
whoever didn't get a wheelbarrow. Someone actually said Porsche.
Yeah, but I think they were joking, weren't they?
I don't think they were.
So we've put the names in the hat, and the winner is Colin Smith.
Colin Smith, I'll send you a Facebook message.
Well done, Colin.
Well done.
£5 of free magic is on its way to you.
Well, the previous person was £20 worth of magic, and I ended up sending him, I think, £30 worth. So you never know what you're going to get.
Well done, Colin. So the word of the week this week, Costas is going to be doing it again. Not too obvious this week, mate.
Alright, okay. I'm learning, you know, I'm still a beginner. Right, okay. I don't know how I'm gonna say that word.
No, it's a hard one this week.
Without revealing something.
Okay, so on the show this week, the blast from the past is John.
John, but that's from the past from one of his DVDs.
On the once over, we're going to be looking at
Mystique by Dave Loosley.
And
Art Decko by Simon Aronson,
which is the card Decko. So 11 years in the making. So that's it. Enjoy the show. Thank you.
On the once over this week, the first show we're going to look at is Mystique by Dave Loosley. We're going to show you the official trailer, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
I've got a pack of cards here, we can all see. This is a game of observation, so you have to really keep your eyes about you in this one. I'm going to ask you questions. Now, if I was to ask you what colour the card was, what would you say?
Red.
This is the first question. Yeah, you're correct, right? Watch. What colour is the pack?
Red.
And the box?
Red.
Good. If I do this, it turns blue. Every single card turns blue. I mean, every single card is blue, apart from one red card in the middle. Turn it over, show it to the camera. And that is your signed 5 of hearts. Which is impressive, putting these back in a red box is a nightmare. Oh, okay, we'll change the box as well. You look confused.
You've just seen the official trailer for Mystique by Dave Loosley.
I think that says it all, really, doesn't it?
Well, what can I say?
It's the most visual colour changing deck I've ever seen, I think.
All I can say is, wow. You know, I've released the colour changing deck effect, but the whole deck's like gimmicked and stuff. And to be honest, I prefer this. You know, I'm not saying mine's got a, you know, its place.
All colour changing deck routines have got something to, you know, They're all different, aren't they? The Paul Harris one.
The difference
That was
between
fantastic.
this one, it's actually a worker. You can go and perform it at your gig, whereas there's loads out there which are not practical for walk-around situations.
Absolutely, yeah. It's an instant reset, isn't it? It's visual as it gets.
Well, that's what, and the
The
reason.
idea of the colour changing box at the end, I've not seen that before. Done this way, so
That's clever
really
because
good.
you've got quite a few phases, haven't you? You've got the whole deck is red, the card box is red, choose a card,
it's the visual
and
change.
there's so many convincers in there as well. There's a lot happening in a very short period of time. The reason we showed you the official trailer is we haven't made up the card box.
You don't get the card box.
It
get the
explains how
gimmicks.
to make it.
Yeah, you do get something special inside the package to perform the trick. I'm not going to say what that is.
Yeah.
The card box you have to make yourself, but it's very easy. Take you 5 minutes to do.
But they also do mention on the DVD, which I agree with, is when you doing strolling magic, you most probably won't be using the final card box colour change, just because of the angles. But you will be doing the first couple of phases, which is strong in itself.
The way Dave's put this together is there's a way of doing it without using a table. He puts the cards in his pocket. And he does it all in his hand.
So if you've got no table around, you can still perform it. So you're not restricted,
He
which
uses
is
jacket
great.
pocket here, or I think he uses his trouser pocket, and it's lovely. And you get like a second change, so the first packet changes, and then the second packet changes. It's great.
I saw him perform this. Alakazam had the stand next to us on the right at the Magic Circle Dealer Day a few weeks ago, and I saw Dave perform this. And every time he performed it, people's jaws were open, and I was out on its side, and even to me, looking from the wrong angle, it still looked really nice. It's the best colour change I know of. And it's the most practical as far as I'm concerned.
It's really good, yeah. It's, absolutely highly recommended from me. Well done, Dave. It's a brilliant trick. Fantastic.
The second trick this week on the One Salver is Art Deco by Simon Aronson. Our guest today is John Carey,
Good morning.
and he's going to perform one of the effects from this book.
Firstly, before we perform, I'd like to thank you both for your hospitality last night. Did a lecture at Magic Tower last night.
Got a great lecture, by the way.
Well, it wasn't too bad. I think the boys enjoyed
good,
it.
it was
Yeah,
good.
I think we all
It was
learned
great.
something last night. One of a series at Magic Tower going to be putting on of lectures, so keep an eye on social media and all that good stuff. And there'll be more lectures to come in 2015.
Thanks for the plug.
No problem. That'll be £10, please. Okay, I'll shake your hand, Costas. I've always wanted to shake hand with the devil. Right, okay then, moving along.
I've got the beard for it.
Before Costas hits me. Costas, I just want you to get the thought of a playing card in your mind. So this is completely random. Just say stop.
Stop.
Okay, you got one?
Yeah.
Get one?
Yeah.
Good, shuffle the pack. And Chris, I want you to think of a card too, but so there's no unfortunate coincidences here. Costas, just tell us all, in internet land, what colour are you thinking of?
Red.
Red. So Chris, you can just think, I'll look away, I don't want to be accused of looking at your eyes,
Okay.
of any black card. Change your mind if you wish, but ultimately just settle on any
Have one.
black card, yeah? Black cards are actually easier to deal with than red cards. Yeah, they really, really are. I think they do say first impressions count. I'm going to put that down there. But Costas, red cards, keep thinking of your card. The suit, the value, could be a number, could be a picture, could be a picture, could be a number. Look at me. That's tough, but look at me. Okay. Chris, I've made a commitment. I'm almost certain with you. I'm certain with you, Chris, in fact, but I'm not so certain with you. I think I might be close, Costas. I could get a bit closer, Costas, but we won't get that close. Chris, tell everybody, what card do you really think of?
The Queen of Clubs.
And it was a free choice.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Totally free choice, genuinely, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And Costas, be honest, I said I was close, but I don't think I'm quite there, if you got the expression, but did I get close?
Very close.
Really?
Yeah.
Excellent, but not close enough. Hold on a moment. Getting psychic vibration. Sorry about that, I haven't taken my medication this morning. So think about this. 2 people, 2 thoughts, 2 minds, and 2 cards. Now, it's kind of interesting. Costas, you just thought of a card. Chris, you just thought of a card. Chris, what card did you think of?
Queen of Clubs.
And there it is, the Queen of Clubs. And Costas, what card did you merely think of?
7 of Diamonds.
Lo and behold, there's the 7. Thank you, and that's Doublemint from Art Deco by Simon Aronson, and it's on page 75. Go check it out. It's a beautiful thought of card, impromptu, anytime, anywhere. I think it's a good worker, don't you?
Yeah.
Fantastic, yeah.
Let's talk about it a bit more in a sec.
Right, guys, this is Art Deco. Art Deco by the legend himself.
Simon Aronson.
Mr. Simon Aronson, and there's Simon.
A lot of people know him from Shuffleboard as well.
Shuffleboard and his work on the memorised deck. He's become a legend. Simon, I met Simon and his wife Ginny at the session we mentioned a couple of years ago. Two of the nicest people you could ever wish to meet. And Simon actually performed the effect we did on this week's show, which comes from the new book, for myself and Daniel Chard, and it was an absolute beautiful piece of magic.
Great effect. I haven't...
Mentalism, magic, bit of both really.
I've gone through the book a bit, but I didn't really go into any of the routines, and you and Chris both learnt that effect from the book.
Well, this is the effect so far. We've only both owned the book about a week, and
It's only been out for about a week.
I actually jumped straight to the book. I went through looking through titles and chapters because I didn't know the name of the piece that Simon had performed for Daniel and I found it and I just went through it, and it just reminded me of what a beautiful piece of work it is.
It's a great effect.
And hopefully I did it justice. This
When you
book...
look at it, make sure you don't crimp the pages either.
Oh, sorry, there's no dog ears in there yet, I promise you.
Because someone's going to buy that.
Absolutely, but...
They're going to want a discount if there's crimps in there.
Yeah, should we get on with this? Because I've got to go down Crimp Street later on and go and get to Greg's and have a sausage roll, you know.
Yeah, it's actually 2 rolls down the road.
This diet's not working, I've just given up now, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is over 300 pages of absolutely beautiful card magic.
It's very well illustrated.
Beautifully illustrated. I mean, look at the quality of those photographs. I mean,
the great thing about this book as well, every trick has got credits.
There's credits galore and a whole lot more in here.
There's everything you need for every effect, so everything's covered.
There's impromptu effects, there's memorised deck effects, which Simon is well famous for. There's gaff card stuff, if that's your idea of a good time. There's all sorts of stuff in here, and also...
The trick that you performed is virtually self-working.
Almost self-working. It's called Doublemint, or Doublemont, double stroke M-E-N-T, Doublemont. And in the eyes of a layman, it's a double thought-of card revelation. Totally impromptu. One basic slide, and a whole load of presentation.
Well, if you're into card magic, there's nothing that you don't already know to perform this fluidly.
Absolutely not. I think I've only owned the book a week, but I think if you give this a couple of weeks of solid practice, put your own presentation and spin on it, try and make it yours, I think you've got an absolute winner.
It's like
no hype. I seriously mean this, guys. It's absolute gold, that little trick.
You know, you pay £35 for a book, £34 for a book, and you just learn one effect. That's the book paid for.
It is, to the working magician.
Oh, absolutely. Because what is £34 for a trick? You can buy, you know, a packet trick or a DVD with a gimmick for 35 quid, and you will never perform it.
Absolutely.
But with this, you've got so much information, so many tricks. There's a slight section at the beginning as well, isn't there?
Absolutely, and also another thing with Art Deco is the fact that Simon, after he's summed up the main trick, he gives you alternative procedures, alternative ideas which can stimulate your own creativity.
He's a great writer as well.
Absolutely, you feel like he's almost sitting in the room with you, talking with you through the material.
If you're not used to reading books, like a lot of magicians nowadays are used to just watching DVDs, you won't find it difficult to get into this book because it's written really nicely. You know, it flows.
It's beautifully written by an absolute legend, as I say, Simon. Better man.
Yeah, if you like magic books, Art Deco should be your next purchase. It is fantastic.
Grab these while you can. I know you got some in just this morning, in fact.
Well, we had the delivery arrive, and we've got one left of it. We'll be getting more on our next delivery because it seems to be something that people that know Simon Aronson, they'll definitely buy this book. Because when was the last time you produced one?
13 years ago.
13 years ago.
There you go. Check it out. Art Deco, Simon Aronson.
Thank you very much. Thank you, John.
My pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Yes. This week's That's it. This week's Q&A was...
What's Q&A, mate?
Questions and answer.
Oh, right. Great. Thank you.
See, he's learning things every day here.
It was a late night last night.
What was the question? It was, what was the funniest thing that's happened to you at a gig? You can start it off.
What's a gig?
Oh, good question. Chris?
Or performing magic.
Performing magic for money. Probably one of the funny. Well, there's one thing which will not be going on camera, but I can tell you one other thing. I was doing a gig out near High Wycombe many years ago, and I think it was the second table of the evening. I'm doing something. I think I have a lady choose a card, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the lens, the right side of my glasses, the lens just went plop like that onto the table, and starts wobbling. The lens starts wobbling around and everything. And I look down. There's a moment of silence. I look around. Everybody's like. And now I just start laughing my head off, and everybody just falls about laughing.
It's embarrassing. Even if one of my lenses fell down, I'll be mortified.
Absolutely, you know, and like, you know, so there's like me, one-eyed Joe from Mexico for a few moments. So I pick up the lens, I'm laughing like hell, and I'm going like this, you know, trying to put. I managed to wedge it back in, but I'm totally conscious of that lens all night long. That was a great table. We had so much fun, you know. Keep one eye on the pack, one eye on the cards, one eye on me. Not a funny ha-ha, but funny in that moment, you know.
Yeah. And it was funny to you.
Absolutely, absolutely, but funny to me.
Right, the one that springs to mind was I was performing at a gig, and I got this woman to, I forced a card on this woman, and then I got her to shuffle the cards, and I was going to find her card, blah blah blah, and I couldn't find her card. The trick just went wrong.
Okay.
And then she admitted. And then pulled out from her pocket the card that I got her to.
So you looked away, and she actually put the card away in her pocket, yeah?
What it ended up being, her dad was a gambler, hustler, con man type thing, and it was a card shark.
Right.
And she basically palmed the card when she started shuffling, found the card that I forced on her. And I never saw it. It was right underneath my eyes. So I thought, okay. I was impressed with that, even though she made me look stupid in front of the whole table.
So what was you muttering inwardly? We won't go there.
It's just one of these things that it was impressive that she actually managed to do that, pull it off.
Good stuff.
It was cool. We have got a few more. Chris Congreve performing at a gig. Pulls out his finger chopper.
As you do. And
everyone starts laughing. He's wondering, you know, I haven't even done anything yet. And he goes to this guy, I need to borrow your hand. And he goes, I don't want to lose any other fingers. And he only had 2 fingers on both of his hands. And of course, everyone knew exactly what was was happening. And it was just one of those amusing things.
I bet that through Big Conley.
You got Gary Jones. He was performing at a gig, doing as he does, loads of watch stealing.
Yeah.
This guy goes up to him and says, "You stole my watch." And Gary Jones, "No, I haven't been here. You haven't performed to you this evening." He goes, "No, you've stolen my watch. What's your details?" And Gary Jones, "Okay, here's my details." Blah blah blah. And this guy was adamant that Gary Jones stole his watch.
Right.
The following day, Gary Jones gets a call. This guy grovelling, apologising because what the guy forgot to do was wear his watch in the first place. And because Gary Jones was going around stealing people's watches,
he just assumed that his watch was gone.
His watch was gone. That's quite funny, actually. You got another actually similar one by Andy Nichols.
Wasn't there one about a bride at a gig? Oh no, we can't talk about that.
Yeah, that was Paul Gordon, wasn't it? You got Andy Nichols on this watch stealing thing. He stole someone's watch, got to give it back and went home with it.
Well done, Andy.
And he eventually found out who the watch belonged to and managed to give it back.
Little Tinker Nichols.
Paul Gordon.
Hi, Paul.
I'll read it exactly how he wrote it. I did a gig with another magician on the Baton Rouge in Paris. We decided to do card behind window. Wearing my dress suit, I climbed onto the outside ledge of the boat. Sorry, to stick a card outside. I slipped and fell into the Seine. Bloody marvellous. I can imagine climbing over to do a card in window, you fall into. Oh gosh.
Oh dear.
I hope you had a change of clothes.
Hilarious.
There is a few more, but we don't know the age group of the audience, so we won't read a few of these. Paul Gordon's got a lot of crazy, funny, X-rated ones, and Well, Andy Nichols. I guess we can. This is the extent we can go to. Is he actually had the woman pee herself with laughter, and she soiled herself because she was laughing so much.
I mean, this is not funny. I once got booked to do a job in Edinburgh. Got the train up early that morning, and it was for Napier University. And there was an almighty cock up because they hadn't, the student union people, whoever was in charge in advertising, hadn't advertised the event that there was me doing magic there. A couple of people had heard about it, but they was expecting 40 or 50 people with me going around doing strolling magic. In the end, it was like 4 or 5 people and a couple of staff behind the bar. So it was like, I just did loads and loads, and people who know me know I've got quite a large repertoire. I was just doing stuff at the bar, like going out on a Friday or Saturday night. It was the easiest gig ever, but it was almost a little bit surreal, you know. And then I went home the next day thinking, crikey, you know, all that way, but, you know, it was still a job. A job is a job, whether it's 5 people or 50 people, but, you know, not funny, ha-ha, but kind of strange, you know.
Yeah, you guys need to ask Paul Gordon his funny moments, because I can't really talk about them on this show.
No, definitely not.
They are hilarious.
Definitely not.
And
Shame, but definitely not.
You've got a question for next week's show.
Yeah, if you had to choose just 3 effects from your current working repertoire and drop everything else and just use those 3 and those 3 alone for the rest of your days, what would they be and why?
That's a tough one.
It's a good question. It should start a good thread.
I would start all my tricks that use a crimp.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat a crimp. I mean, I use a very subtle tactile crimp. I mean, this actually should really go on Theory 5.5 and maybe be on the wire on Friday night, but you can't fail to cut to a selected card with this crimp.
And that's undetectable.
It is.
You can't see it.
It's undetectable to the naked eye,
or what I would do is
or
actually
anybody who wears
do,
glasses like me, you, and Congi, you know.
Well, you've got to do opposite corners as well. So
Absolutely, yeah, and also as well, I would get a Sharpie and put a little dot there and a little dot there. And if you really want to just take it to the next level, where the little hole is in the middle, put a little bullet point there and out.
And since it's a blue card, the dots are, I suggest them to be red.
Absolutely, and if you don't find the card, well, you've already started Bob Neal's origami frog fold, so you might as well just continue it, make a little frog, you know, give it to the birthday child, blow her a balloon, and everybody goes home happy, you know.
And I have no idea what we're talking about.
You haven't.
I'm lost.
I mean, 2 hours this morning getting this scripted. Would you know it? And I'm a poet.
Can you give us a poem?
Roses are red, violets are blue. The rest is too dirty, and I'm not going to tell you.
That actually rhymes, okay.
Thank you. I've just ruined one of Congi's cards. Chris.
Thank you very much. He just threw a card.
At Congi.
That cost money.
Ricky Smith, eat a higher. 200 yards, baby. Here we come. Am I losing it? I lost it years ago.
This week's Blast from the Past, we have Dynamo. Oh, sorry, John.
Watch, look, watch.
Amazing.
Anyway, that's enough of that.
You are weird.
Where are we? Oh yeah, Sutton Coldfield.
We are at the Tower. I can't even get it
Magic
right.
Tower, we are now.
Blast from the Past, we are going to... What are you going to show us there from Blast from the Past?
I'm going to perform an effect called Do As I Do, sometimes known... Oh, I won't tell you what it's sometimes known as, we'll just do the trick. And
then we talk about it.
Yeah, and this is from Handle with Carey, the first DVD I did with Russ Stevens at RSVP. Hi Russ, if you're watching this. I've said it before, I'll say it again, thank you so much for the opportunity you've given me the last 4 or 5 years, mate, with the projects. It's been a wonderful experience, I've learned a lot. And
now you're doing everything else with the town?
And now I'm doing pretty much everything else with the town.
Yeah, he's joking.
I am joking. So, should we crack on?
Yeah.
Okay, pack of cards. Shuffle the spots off of those. Quick shuffle, 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 shuffle. I'll take the pack from you when you're happy with that. You happy?
I'm happy.
Give us a smile. That's better. And I'll shuffle. I'll give them a cut, you give them a cut. This is about replicating people's actions. He does as I do.
Okay.
I do as he does. Okay. And firstly, you take the cards and spread them out and have me choose a card. Say, John, just choose a card.
John, please choose a card.
Any card?
Any card.
You're very kind. Take it out, look at it and remember it.
Take it out, look at it, remember it.
Don't forget it.
Don't forget it.
All right, we'll kick you. That means you will kick me if I forget it.
Well, I'll kick you if you forget it.
Oh God, he scares me, this guy. Okay, put it back.
Say that when I go to a gig.
And I will shuffle the pack.
And I will shuffle the pack.
That means you.
That means me.
Lost to all eternity.
Lost to all eternity.
You don't have to repeat everything I say.
You don't have to repeat.
Costas!
Yeah.
One card, please. Take it out and look at it and remember it.
Yeah.
Show it to the people in internet land just in case they don't trust you. Okay, and just whack it back in the pack. So you'll remember your card. Yeah, one of these 52 cards lost in the pack, yeah? I'm going to try and find your card. Hey, there's a novelty. And then you're going to try and find my card.
Okay.
Now, I've been doing this a little bit longer than you, about 3 weeks. You've been doing this about a fortnight, so let me show you exactly how this works. I'm just going to cut off a small packet. Now, don't give me any clues. I don't think that's your card, but don't say anything. I'm going to cut deeper.
No.
No, don't give me any clues. I'm actually going to take the first face down card I come to in the pack and put it down here. Give these a little shuffle. And I'd like you to take the pack. I'd like you to cut off a small packet, flip them face up. I'll tell you now that wasn't my card, but would you cut deeper and turn them face up? And would you spread through the cards, through the face up cards, put the first face down card you come to down on the table, flip them on top, I'll take them back from you, and everything's fair. So think about this. You shuffled, I cut, you had me choose a card, I had you choose a card. Pretty fair, yeah?
Very fair.
For the first time, what card did you choose?
10 of clubs.
How impressed would you be if this was a 10 of clubs?
I'd be very impressed.
Well, get prepared to be impressed. There is the 10 of clubs. But wait, it's my job to find people's cards. But what might give you sleepless nights, Mr. Damiano, is if you found my card. I chose the Jack of Diamonds. Would you show everybody what card you freely cut to? And there it is, the Jack of Diamonds. Congratulations, Costas. I think you've got a future in magic.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much indeed. That's Do As I Do from Hannah with Carey.
Excellent. That's
a practical little trick.
No, it's very practical.
Anytime, anywhere. You don't really need a table. Minimal table space. You could improvise and use people's hands. It's all up in the air. And it makes the spectator look the star. It's one thing that you find their card, but they find your card. It's always good to make the specky the star, as I always say.
And there isn't any for the spectator to get wrong.
No.
Which is great, because sometimes, you know, when you get spectators involved, they might not follow something, and
absolutely
something might go wrong. But with this,
yeah,
there's no possibility, is there?
And there's only
you're in control of the time.
One tiny little moment, if you call it a moment. It's not difficult. I'd say intermediate level. Use your favourite card control, and you're good to go.
Well, that's all you need to know, isn't it?
Pretty much a deceptive card control.
And you're
just don't have the card returned to the pack, keep a break and immediately do the double undercut because it sucks.
And your card control is actually on the DVD as well, the one that you've just done.
Yes, I believe it is. Yes,
and it fooled me yesterday when you showed it.
Thank you. Yeah, that's actually Tommy
deceptive.
Tucker's pass. That was taught to me by the late great Bob Irons from Derby. The Tommy Tucker pass.
And that's only one of the effects on the DVD.
There's 12 effects on the DVD, I believe. 2 coin items, a 1 coin routine, a triple impersonation routine, which is like spellbound with a Chinese, a penny, and a $50, and a coins to purse at the end, where you're totally clean at the end. There's a version of Paul Cummings' count on it on there called Counting on You, which is a particular favourite of Chris's, Chris Congreve's. There's all sorts of stuff, an interchange effect with no palming, 2 4-of-a-kinds, and they change places to the pockets and the table.
Well, if
a whole lot of stuff,
you know,
practical stuff, easy to do, reasonably easy to do. Just take a little bit of care and attention. If you know intermediate slides, you'll be able to do these things.
The great thing about this DVD set, a lot of the stuff you would want to play with. Sometimes you watch a DVD and there's only 1 or 2 items you thought I'm interested in, but with this, I found that there's a lot of material that actually I'm going to have a go at this. And especially this particular trick, I think it's fantastic. You buy the DVD just for this effect, you've got a winner.
Does it come with a wand?
No, the wand is mine.
Oh, but we haven't discussed the fee yet. Can I have the
wand? I sleep with this wand.
On that note, I think we shall finish this moment of the show. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day.
Thank you. News. What's our news? We mentioned at the beginning we had a lecture here at the Dell with John Carey. We had Carey of the community. I don't know which one it is.
Ooh.
I know he's there. He'll get hugs later.
That was our first lecture, so we're going to be having more lectures here. Next one's going to be in January once the Christmas rush is out of the way.
Have we got that confirmed, or are we still sorting out dates?
Yeah, we're not going to say anything just yet. But he's a friend of mine, and he's a well-known professional. Several DVDs to his name. So watch us.
Very commercial, real-world stuff.
He's known for his practical material, yeah. And also the shop, we're going to be open Saturdays from 10 till 2 as of
next week.
Next Saturday. So that's a week on Saturday.
And that's it really, apart from having a great evening last night.
Yeah, big thanks to John Carey for being on the show.
And thanks to everyone that came last night.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to John for being on the show. Thanks for delivering a great lecture. And that's it really. Have a great week.
And see you next week.